All right, let's go.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching and clicking on this video. My name is Isa and I'm with Ian, Bella, and Nick, and this is our project for Patriot Hacks mini hackathon for 2021, and the name of our project is called HeartShake.
So what we did in terms of our machine learning model for this project, we made a cardiovascular disease prediction survey. Using data, we found the website Kaggle, which contained a big list full of the criteria of people who had cardiovascular disease and were seen by a doctor. All of that data was compiled, and we used that to train our model to find how likely you were to have a cardiovascular disease in your life. So the model would tell the user which percentage of the 70,000 cases had their own attributes that the user entered, and if those attributes were more likely to cause you to have cardiovascular disease or not. The model reached a nice almost 83% accuracy rate in determining the likeness of you to the other data.
Here we can see sort of a similar diagram that you would see in other explanations of neural networks. The input layer has, again, the 10 attributes that are things such as age, weight, whether or not you're physically active or if you're a smoker. And from there, we calculated a set of weights, which was a matrix that had the same dimensions as the input layer, and then also a set of intersects. Lastly, we used a sigmoid, exactly this sigmoid that you see on the screen, as the output layer of the model. After running the output through this sigmoid, we had a prediction, which was a number from 0 to 100. Actually, what the prediction number means is based on your attributes, how similar you are to people that had those same attributes, and if those attributes are most similar to people that have cardiovascular disease.
So what we did on our site. So for our site, we use modern web development using React and Node.js. On the hackathon, there were React and web development workshops that were really useful for a few of our members. React is a visual tool mainly used for the front-end framework. We broke the website into components, which should have like a service or, for example, a title. The use of Node.js is used for backend APIs. And this was really useful because while we were working on this project, which was the primary language was JavaScript, it was able to give a more modern look. For the logo of the site, we use Inkscape, or one of our team members made a logo. And it's the logo that you see on the website, which we will preview after these slides. And yeah, we also went to a graphic design workshop where the organizer there also explained a lot of stuff about how to work with similar programs like Inkscape.
So why we did what we did? Well, we wanted to be able to use data from real doctors to help people discover how much at risk people might have for cardiovascular disease. Since half of our team did not have experience with React or Node.js, we also wanted to set up this application on a website so that we would gain experience with this. Resources can provide a list of the symptoms of these cardiovascular disease and how to prevent them. And since there's no readily available user-friendly models, which you can answer provided questions about activity levels, we wanted to create this, so this was an available tool.
So before we end the slides, Ian, do you mind if you can show the site?
Sure thing. So here is the website. It's very simple. We just have our logo and the form. Let me restart it here so we have a fresh look at it. First, we have some placeholder information that is actually one of the cases from the data set. If we just predict the risk right away, we're going to get something very low because this person actually didn't identify risk of having cardiovascular disease. what we can do here is to actually change specific inputs to show that the model is actually using all of these inputs to make to calculate a risk prediction. So for example, if we add alcohol consumption and smoking, then we can expect the risk to go up. And if we say that we are not physically active, then again, we can see that the risk increases slightly. Now, some of the limitations of this model are, for example, if you were to put some data that doesn't really make sense, for example, if you put 999 for the weight, then that is about 100% risk of developing cardiovascular disease, because we don't really expect anybody to put information like this. But something sensible, again, if it's a little bit higher, then you can see that the risk is increasing. And height as well, if we increase the height slightly, then we can see the risk changing as well. It's actually lowering the risk the taller you are. That's one of the insights that we gain from this data. This is our model. I will include a link on the description to this website so you can use it and calculate your risk for having a cardiovascular disease.
And I guess the closing final will be that thank you for the organizers who organized the hackathon. Thank you for clicking on this video, as I said in the beginning, and we hope to join the upcoming Patriot Hacks. Thank you guys, and have a good day wherever you are. Stay safe.
Thank you, Patriot Hacks. Thank you, George Mason.
Thank you.
Thank you.